leaders and guests, Chairman Ndukeze and the Memorial Committee, and all my friends in Asaba, good morning and greetings from Florida. First of all, I want to express my gratitude to the committee for their decision to include me among the group of 4 women recognized in this important commemoration. I'm humbled and honored to be in such distinguished company, and I'm sorry that I can't be with you in person. I believe it's fitting that this year's event focuses on the role of women and the sacrifices they made in Asaba. For almost a decade, my colleague and I researched what happened in 1967, examining documents and interviewing survivors and witnesses, presenting the work in our book, The Asaba Massacre, Trauma, Memory, and the Nigerian Civil War. The book actually begins with the story of a courageous woman, Celestina Esiche, who witnessed the murder of her young brother and many more in October 1967. Braving injury or worse, she smuggled a letter out of Asaba to her brother in Oxford, Patrick Esiche, and this letter remains to this day the only first-hand account of the Asaba Massacre written at the time. Throughout the book, we help tell the stories of more brave women, including those honored with me at this commemoration. Of course, many hundreds of men died tragically, but it was women who mourned them and then faced the reality of rebuilding their lives and those of their children. Women kept families together by any means they could, often risking their own lives and safety to ensure that their children received something to eat and eventually an education. Asaba owes them a debt of gratitude, and they must not be forgotten. I do believe it's very important to build the nationally recognized memorial that the committee envisions. We'll probably never know exactly how many people died. We learn new names throughout our research, and many others lie unknown. Hundreds of Asaba civilians died in the days leading up to October 7th, and more died in a second operation in 1968. Civilians were slaughtered at nearby Ishiagu and at marketplaces and hospitals in Biafra itself. But Asaba was the largest single massacre and the most deliberate and systematic. These civilians were not unfortunate collateral damage of war. They were murdered in an undeniable war crime. The memorial will be a tribute to all those who suffered and died. The Nigerian government has yet to recognize the suffering of Asaba, arguing that the war is best forgotten, not understanding that it was truly a national tragedy that must be reckoned with. Remembering the past is not incitement, and it is not unpatriotic. Truth-telling is a crucial part of nation building. For decades, the people of Asaba were forced to honor their dead in private, while their ongoing suffering was unacknowledged and denied. Our work, building on that of Emma Okocha, lifted that silence and took the atrocities to an international audience. Leaders in Asaba had built an impressive monument at the site of the October 7th killing field. And today, this new initiative will take the memorial process to a whole new level, bringing visibility throughout the nation and the continent. And my hope is that this memorial will be more than a symbol, that will become a living, breathing space. It would tell the stories of the men and women, known and unknown, who suffered, but would also be a place for education and peace-building initiatives that could serve as a model for the entire nation. I thank you again for inviting me, and I wish you well in the hard but crucial work that is ahead.
Women,